Inoue is not only pound for pound the best in the world, Inoue is the best fighter I've ever seen. Ever seen, no matter what weight category or anything. I have never, ever, in the almost 60 years I've been in boxing, seen anything like Inoue.
Joe Rogan, a well-known combat sports enthusiast, has been vocal about his admiration for elite athletes, particularly in the world of boxing. Recently, Rogan gave his thoughts on why many fighters are apprehensive about facing Naoya Inoue, a fighter who has been rewriting the rules of dominance in boxing.
And still can crack, and still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power. It's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position.
He's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
When you look
massive.
at that, they're giant. Yeah. They're like a thigh.
And I know the reason why, because in General Santos, the mountains that he runs and that steep hill, that's why they're so big, because he's always constantly running the mountains.
That's wild. Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is a monster.
Crazy dude.
Yeah, let's check him out, man. Ikuki, what's his name?
This guy, Naoya.
Yeah, let's look at some of his fights. He's a mean son.
Where's he fight?
Inoue, whose professional record stands at 28 wins, 0 losses, and 25 knockouts as of December 2024, has established himself as a household name in the world of combat sports. The Japanese boxer holds world titles across multiple weight divisions: light flyweight, super flyweight, and bantamweight. His blend of unmatched speed, precision, and devastating knockout power has made him a feared competitor. Rogan, who himself holds black belts in both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Taekwondo, is a knowledgeable figure in combat sports. He described Naoya Inoue as a once-in-a-generation talent, emphasizing the fighter's ability to blend technical mastery with raw athleticism. According to Rogan, it is Inoue's power that particularly instills fear in his opponents. Fighters in lower weight classes generally don't have the ability to end fights with a single punch, but Inoue defies that norm. Rogan explained that Inoue can knock out an opponent with either hand. Something rare in these lighter weight divisions. Beyond his knockout power, Rogan also praised Inoue's precision. Rogan pointed out that Inoue never wastes energy. Every punch is calculated, and he seems to have a sixth sense for when to strike. This lethal combination of timing, accuracy, and athleticism allows Inoue to dismantle his opponents, often making it appear effortless. His ability to adapt during a fight is another factor that makes him dangerous. Rogan compared him to a chess grandmaster, capable of reading his opponent's moves and countering them perfectly. Inoue's mental toughness was also highlighted by Rogan. He pointed to a 2019 fight against Nonito Donaire, where Inoue suffered a fractured orbital bone, yet still managed to secure a unanimous decision victory. This battle proved that Inoue is more than just a knockout artist. He also possesses the heart and grit to fight through adversity. The psychological aspect of fighting Inoue also plays a role in why opponents fear him. Knowing you're facing someone who can knock you out with either hand while barely taking any damage himself can be mentally crippling. Rogan likened this fear to the aura that Mike Tyson had in his prime, where opponents were already mentally defeated before stepping into the ring. Rogan even compared Inoue to boxing legends like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He described Inoue as blending the technical brilliance of Mayweather with the relentless aggression of Pacquiao. This unique combination makes him a terrifying figure in the ring. While Inoue has achieved unprecedented success in the sport of boxing, his dominance often goes unnoticed in the mainstream. Despite being revered as a deity in his homeland of Japan, Inoue has rarely fought outside of his home country. This limited exposure has prevented him from reaching the international stardom that his talent deserves. Still, his reputation continues to grow, with figures like Mike Tyson calling him the best boxer in the world.
He's a Japanese, 118 pounds, but wow, he was like 108.
Boxing?
He's a mean son of a bitch. Oh yeah, you'll see this bad motherfucker. He don't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's.
He looks like a fucking pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these motherfuckers.
The most efficient hunting
Ooh,
machine in all
look at
of
him.
boxing.
He's vicious. The monster.
Oof.
That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah, him
Who the
18
hell
pounds.
fights in that fucking division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers. Ooh, break him. Ooh, the monster. He beat him so easy.
Tyson even went so far as to say that Inoue's talent eclipses that of Manny Pacquiao. Inoue has been a dominant force across multiple weight classes, earning accolades as one of the sport's finest pound-for-pound fighters. He became the second fighter after Terence Crawford to achieve undisputed champion status in 2 weight divisions during the four-belt era. His reign over the super bantamweight division was solidified with a 10th-round knockout of Marlon Tapales in 2023, further cementing his legacy as one of boxing's greats. His journey to the top started early. Inoue turned professional in 2012 under the guidance of Ohashi Gym and trainer Hideyuki Ohashi. In his 6th professional fight, he stunned the boxing world by knocking out 2-division champion Adrian Hernandez, claiming the WBC light flyweight title. Inoue's rise continued, and by 2018, he captured the WBA bantamweight title with a first-round stoppage of Jamie McDonnell. A year later, Inoue defeated Nonito Donaire by unanimous decision, securing both the WBA bantamweight title and the World Boxing Super Series bantamweight championship. In 2020, he dominated Jason Maloney with a 7th-round knockout, showing off his superior speed, power, and precision. Inoue then faced Donaire again in a highly anticipated rematch, where he emerged victorious with a 2nd-round knockout, further solidifying his reputation as the best in his weight class. His 2023 win over Stephen Fulton in an 8th-round stoppage continued the trend, as he claimed the WBC and WBO super bantamweight titles. Inoue's fighting style is marked by relentless pressure, unpredictability, and brutal efficiency. He delivers strikes with devastating power and flawless accuracy, making him a dangerous adversary from the opening bell. His offensive style often involves overwhelming his opponents with a barrage of punches, breaking them down both physically and mentally. One of Inoue's standout skills is his body punching. While body shots are often overlooked in amateur boxing, Inoue has mastered the art of breaking down his opponents with sharp hooks and uppercuts to the body. He targets the solar plexus and liver, breaking down his opponents over time until they can no longer continue. His ability to apply this technique consistently gives him an edge that most other fighters in his weight class don't possess. Inoue's right straight is another of his most fearsome tools. Delivered with unparalleled speed, this punch can disorient opponents and incapacitate them in an instant. His left hook and uppercut are just as dangerous, hitting with equal force to his right hand. This versatility makes him a threat no matter the situation, and he blends these punches in unpredictable ways, keeping his opponents guessing. His pressure is unyielding. Whether attacking in close quarters or at range, Inoue never takes a step back. He steps into the ring with unwavering confidence, ready to trade punches if necessary. This ferocity is combined with a quick defensive style that allows him to avoid counters while staying on the offensive. He's able to absorb hits and quickly retaliate, never losing his balance or momentum during exchanges. One of the most fascinating aspects of Inoue's punch is the power he generates, even when using winning gloves. Known for their cushioning and comfort, winning gloves prioritize protection rather than delivering knockout power. However, Inoue's strength is so exceptional that he is able to punch through the padding, delivering knockout blows even with these relatively soft gloves. This ability to produce such force with hand protection is unheard of and speaks to his natural gift for knocking out opponents. Despite his immense power and dominance, Inoue is not immune to vulnerability. His most notable moment of weakness came in his 2019 bout against Nonito Donaire. Inoue was rocked by a counter left hook from Donaire, nearly getting stopped in the 11th round. Though Inoue recovered and went on to win the fight by unanimous decision, this moment highlighted a potential crack in his otherwise impenetrable defense. Donaire's ability to hurt Inoue provided a potential blueprint for future fighters looking to exploit his weaknesses, global recognition, and future plans. Despite his fearsome reputation, Inoue's exposure outside of Japan has been limited. However, with his rare appearances in the United States, his global profile is growing. Some boxing experts have suggested that Inoue should make the move to the U.S. and fight in high-profile venues like Las Vegas to reach the broader audience his talent deserves. Recently, Inoue signed a lucrative $19.7 million contract with Saudi promoter Turki Alek, which could see him fighting on global stages in the future, including locations in Riyadh, London, and Las Vegas. This partnership could propel Inoue to new heights, allowing him to compete in front of larger international audiences and solidifying his place as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Naoya Inoue is a once-in-a-generation talent. His combination of speed, power, precision, and mental toughness makes him a near-invincible force in boxing today. Whether he's overwhelming opponents with his relentless pressure or delivering knockout blows with surgical precision, Inoue's dominance is undeniable. He has already etched his name into boxing history, and his future looks even brighter as he continues to conquer the world stage. What's at stake for both fighters? For Tank, this fight is about keeping his undefeated record intact and proving once again that he's the best in the division. A dominant win over Roach would reinforce his status as one of the most feared fighters in boxing. For Roach, a win would be life-changing. It would instantly catapult him to the top of the division and solidify his place in boxing history. He'd be the one to pull off the upset, like Buster Douglas did against Mike Tyson in 1990.